Youngsters of today are an impatient lot. They want everything early in their life. They want to retire very early. They want to become rich very early. They want to drive the fancy cars as early as possible. Does it really happen? If I look at the lives of many youngsters, this is very unlikely that it will happen in their life. It's natural that most good things of life will start unfolding during the second part of career of individuals. Youngsters need to know about this truth before they aspire to do all these things that they believe could happen in a short span of time. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant, but investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
During the part of my career, I get to meet a lot of youngsters. During the fact find session with these guys, I ask them what they want. Most youngsters have one wish they tell me all the time. We want to retire by 40 years of age. We want to retire by 45 years of age. This is something which I get to hear very commonly. What do these youngsters really mean by this word, I want to retire by 45 years of age? It only means to say that I should be rich early in life. That's the only meaning. They don't know what retirement is. They don't know what they want to do during your retirement. All that they feel is, I should retire by 45 years of age. It only means to say, I should become very rich in life as early as possible. The youngsters of today believe this could happen. Nothing could be farther than truth. For most people, getting rich overnight is only a dream. It's not a possible dream. It's just not possible. Now let us look at what happens in the lives of youngsters during the early part of their career. I would say during the first part. When they get into a job, they are working for very low salaries. They don't have a hefty salary. Only a few of these guys could be having a decent enough amount of starting salary. But for most people, the starting salary is very low, where they struggle to meet the ends. When you start with a career, within a few years, you will be getting married and you will set up your family. What was you alone will become two persons in your family now. Within a few years, you will have children. All these things will start happening without your knowledge, without much of a time span in between. In between, you are also an aspirational generation. That means for the first time, you are seeing the freedom. First time you are seeing money in your hands. You do not know the experiences of life. What can happen? What mistakes will happen? You do not know. Likewise, this is a time where you want to upskill yourself because you are out of the college, you have come with certain education, you see in your career that others are moving ahead and they have better qualification. Probably you need to be upskilling yourself. All these activities during the first part of your career will consume a lot of your resources. So your entire energies are directed in how to upskill yourself, how to set up the family, how to buy the most essential part of your family's requirement. It could be a car, could be a fridge, could be a holiday, your marriage expenses, or clearing up your education loan. These are the things which will consume the low salaries which you are already earning there. You will not be left with much of a savings at this point of time. There are a lot of other people during this particular period of time are an aspirational lot. Why a lot of them? Almost every one of these guys will be an aspirational lot. They want to eat out, they want to travel, they want to buy cars, they see what's happening in the world around them, and they also want to imitate them. This will leave very less amount of money to save in the lives of these people. But amidst all this, the dream of becoming rich, the dream of retiring early will always remain in the minds of these youngsters. In this pursuit of getting rich quickly or retiring early, the younger generation will tend to do a lot of mistakes around this time. If people do mistakes around this time, it becomes very, very difficult for them to come out of it during later part of life. It is those people who do not make great amount of mistakes during the first part of their career will come out successfully towards the midlife. What are the common mistakes people make during the first half of their career and what could be its implication? Let's look at one by one. One of the biggest mistake people make is hurriedly going and buying a big house in the beginning of the career. This can become a very cardinal mistake. In one of my videos, I had spoken about when is the right time to buy your dream home. If you have not watched this video, please watch this video which is there on my channel. I'll be giving a link to this video here in the description box as well as in the card section here up. If you buy a big house in the beginning, you're already working with very low salaries, your saving potential is very low. This house may consume a lot of your resources and you may not be left with much to invest or take forward your life from there onwards. So don't do the mistake of buying big houses in the beginning of your career. The second mistake the youngsters of today could be making is not having enough space between two children. Many of the youngsters will have only one child. Some of them may have twins. Some of them will fail to maintain a distance between two children. When you fail to maintain a good distance of about 3 to 5 years between the two of your children, what happens is that your expenses will double in your early part of your career. Maybe your salaries have not increased, whereas your expenses are rising because of your having two children. If you're an youngster, you should take note of these things. It is a good idea to have sufficient space between two children. One of the biggest mistakes youngsters make today is not carrying sufficient enough emergency funds. People don't take it very, very seriously. They think their credit cards that they carry are their emergency funds. No, maintaining emergency fund is extremely essential. If you think building a retirement fund is essential, if you think building sufficient savings for your education of your children is important, building sufficient emergency fund is extremely important. If you do not have sufficient enough emergency funds with you, you tend to do mistakes. If you have a problem, what will you do? You will take a personal loan or you will swipe your credit card. You will carry forward the balances. This will all result in your life not blooming the way it should bloom. So the first thing that you have to consider is build sufficient emergency funds before you try to achieve major things in life like buying a house or trying to do something else. Unless and until you have a decent enough emergency funds in life, do not try to buy gadgets, do not try to buy big vehicles. This can be a cardinal mistake that you could be doing in your life. Yet another mistake the youngsters of today are doing is they have recourse to buying as many credit cards as they want. Each youngster is carrying many credit cards. It's just not carrying credit card that matters there. The question is, because credit card can be used at will, without thinking, you keep swiping the credit card. If you get into this habit of carrying forward the credit card balance, remember, you are working with a limited salary in the early part of your career, and whatever you are earning, you are making the credit card company richer and your life starts shrinking day after day. Yet another mistakes youngsters of today are making is recklessly taking personal loans. It may appear that you are taking these loans at a low rate of interest. In fact, it is not that low as you think. The bank guys may call you and say it's just 4% flat rate of interest. If you say it's 4% flat rate of interest, the real reducing rate could be somewhere between 7 to 8% kind of a thing. Don't take a personal loan for each and everything. Don't take a personal loan and start traveling. Don't take a personal loan and fund your car. Every time you take a personal loan, remember you are paying the interest. The interest that you pay reduces the total amount of funds that you have in your life. If you are a salaried person, remember you have a finite amount of money in your life. You are not like a businessman who can expand and create extra money. If you are a salaried person, whether you are working in a lower level, mid level, or higher level, you have a finite source of funds with you. any amount of interest for whatever the reason. It could be a housing loan, it could be credit card carry forward charges, or it could be the interest on personal loan. The funds that will be available for you to do things that you want will keep shrinking, and your life will not bloom the way it should really bloom. Yet another mistake the youngsters make is falling prey to pressures of lifestyle. They try to increase the lifestyle. I'm not against anyone increasing their lifestyle, but there should be a balance between what I earn, what I can spend, what is the amount of money I have, and what is my cash burn ratio. Cash burn ratio is out of every 100 unit of money, how much is the money that I'm consuming as an expense. If you try to increase this beyond what you can really manage, it can come back and bite you very, very badly. You may want to drive a good fancy car, that's fine. There is no need for you to go and buy that latest brand of a fancy car. If you are looking to buy a BMW or you are looking to buy any specific car, you could always look for 1 year old or 2 year old cars which could be available for deep discounts. Now, the discounts that you get from these cars can actually add value in your life. I have tried this myself. I've never bought a new car. I have always tried to buy a 1 year old or 2 year olds, and that could result in a lot of saving in your life. And in future, this will come very, very handy for you. These are some of the mistakes youngsters make during the early part of life. And if this is not controlled, and if you're consciously not aware about the mistake that you are doing, probably your life is going to go in a downhill. In a lot of people I have seen, this can result in a midlife crisis. A midlife crisis is something which is very, very difficult to pull out of it. You should never get into a midlife crisis. And if this midlife crisis comes because of your wrong habits, there is no way you can come back and be a normal person in life. Remember, when you have a financial difficulty, your family life can never run normally. When you have a problem in a family life, your official life or your work life will also suffer because of this. So, the foundation of a happy family is a proper financial management at your end. Understand what you earn, understand what you need to spend, understand what you need to save. Strike a balance between what you should do today and what you should save for the future. When you do these things, that is the time your life will really further on develop. This way, over a period of time, in next 10, 15, 20 years, you come to the middle of the career. For persons who have avoided these mistakes and who have taken life one step at a time, it can really take off from that point of time. It is actually, for most people, if you look at the successful people, all these persons had troubled times during the first half of their life. They struggled, but they laid the foundation. We should treat the first half of life as an evolutionary process. Youngsters should not think life is a revolution. Life is invariably an evolution. From first standard to your 10th standard to pre-university to graduation, it took years. Likewise, when you get into the career, from a lower level of career to moving up the ladder, it will consume many years, and it's a step by step process. And you can't bypass this and you can't make it happen overnight. Do not get into this mistake of leveraging. Do not get into this mistake of trading in the stock with the hope that you will hit a huge amount of money and you don't need to work beyond 40 years of age. You are made to believe that it will not happen. Remember, if it has happened in somebody's life, it is either by way of an accident or he could be a too good a professional. For the average person, for most persons in life, such a life will not happen. They have to go through the evolutionary process. The quicker you understand, you will have a better life ahead. If you do things correctly during the first half of your life, mark my words, all good things will follow during the second half of your career. That is where the success comes start chasing you. But if you do the mistake in the first place itself, remember, your life can be at danger. So, dear viewers, if you're an youngster watching this particular program, think for a while, understand this behavior of evolution taking time. Don't be in a hurry, go one step at a time. Your life is like a movie, it takes time. Enjoy that process, build a life slowly, steadily. Make your spouse as partner in progress. take them into confidence, take your children into confidence, enjoy life in small steps. And over a period of time, I'm absolutely confident that you will have a glorious life ahead. I wish you all the best. Take these steps today, and there will never be a day where you have to face failure in your life. Dear viewers, if you think the thoughts that I shared with you added some value to you, please like this video. If you're a person who is watching this program for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I will be back with you with yet another episode in yet another video very, very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.